Yes, Arsenal community, welcome back to Albert JTV for a late night match review. Bayern Munich won, Arsenal nil. Bayern Munich win 3-2 on aggregate. Arsenal are out of the Champions League quarter final. By the time I'm recording this video, it is 20 to 12, pretty late, Wednesday, the 17th of April. I did a quick Albert JTV match reaction. This is the match review. I had a little bit more time to think and digest and um, start team lineups. I was okay with it. I was okay with it. There will obviously need to be some changes just for the fact that it was a massive game, um, a big night in terms of trying to get the W in a knockout quarterfinal or a knockout competition in Europe at the highest level, which Arsenal haven't done for a long time. Um, I'm going to be honest, sort of coming into the game today, many Arsenal fans have many different emotions. The ones that went to the game, big up to the Arsenal fans. I think like 3,700 that went to Munich. Um, I was concerned, man. I wouldn't say I was concerned in terms of having trepidation or some kind of PTSD, but I wasn't sure, man. When we drew Bayern Munich in the quarterfinal, I was I thought it was a 50-50 tie. I thought it was pretty tight to call, irrespective of their league form. I've always said with these type of competitions, with this high elite level competition in terms of European football at the higher echelons, league form does go out the window. It does. Um, I didn't really buy too much into the whole they're struggling in the league, and they haven't been a good in their league campaign, but in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich. But listen, they got some quality players: Musiala, Harry Kane, Joshua Kimmich, experience, Goretzka. Um, you got there. You've got Leroy Sane. Obviously, Gnabry missed the tie and Coman, but they've got pedigree, and you have pedigree for a reason, as we've seen tonight with Man City knocking out. Sorry, Real Madrid knocking out Man City although on a penalty shootout. But there's just something about that competition with Real Madrid that's just synonymous with it. Um, and my thing is, when we came into the Champions League, I was a little bit concerned that Arsenal would do because when you're out of that type of level of competition for 7 years, it will show when you go back in it. And it showed in small parts against Porto over two legs. And it definitely showed in the first leg against Bayern Munich. And it showed tonight. It's a mixture of fine margins. It's a mixture of the team not being experienced. It's a mixture of having your moments and taking them and not being naive, which I think a lot of those things you could attribute to Arsenal over both legs. Um, I was a bit flat coming into, or felt a bit flat for the last few games because the second half against Villa and the second half tonight. But sort of the first part of the game, the first half, I thought it was a really mature performance from Arsenal. I thought they control possession well at times. We worked some opportunities in the final third, which you ain't going to get a lot in the Allianz Arena. Gabriel Martinelli's got to go with his right foot with that. He's got to go with his right foot coming from the other wing. I don't know why he's opened out his body and going with his left foot. I couldn't understand that. I thought it was a very good chance. It was a really good chance. But I thought coming into the second half, Arsenal would need to be a little bit more brave and try and get the W because this type of game, you don't want to go 1-0 down because then you lose your team shape. Then you've got to try and chase the game. Then you've got to make substitutions. And that's what happened, really. As a really poor goal to concede, by the way. Great header by Joshua Kimmich, but some of the most basic level and basic elements of defending. Go with your runners. Watch what's over your back. Positioning. That all went missing for that Joshua Kimmich goal. And from that, it was, have Arsenal got the mettle? Have they got the mental capability? Have they got the players on the pitch to turn this around? And I said it in my match reaction. Manuel Neuer had his easiest second half in his goalkeeping career because we did nothing. In the final third, the front four, however you want to phrase it, we didn't create anything. We didn't get the goalkeeper's gloves dirty. We didn't get really any shots on target. Even when we made the substitutions with Trossard and Jesus coming on, I don't remember Trossard touching the ball for the first 5 to 10 minutes when he came on. What I wanted to see, we didn't fire on all cylinders in terms of our attacking final third. And at this level of football, you have to be better. You've got to do better in the final third because goals change games. And they win, and big goals win big football matches, which is what we found out tonight. Very disappointed with the second half performance. And I think it was summed up, if I'm going to be honest with you, with Saka's corner in dire minutes of injury time. Don't beat the first man. We get the free kick. Seconds to go. Tries to play a quick free kick to Ben White. And I thought that summed up the performance. We were just off in that final third. Decision making in the final third. And the thing I think that pains me the most, don't get me wrong, Bayern Munich have got pedigree. Bayern Munich have got top class players. Bayern Munich have got world class players. But they weren't brilliant tonight. I actually thought there's better in the first leg. And that's what makes it more frustrating for me as an Arsenal fan. I sat there doing a live watch along on my channel and Lee Judge's TV, and I was waiting for someone to give us that spark. One of the players. Do something different. Trossard and Saka swap over for 5-10 minutes. Bring Thomas Partey on. Get more crosses into the box. You've got physicality. You've got height. Send Gabriel Margulies up for the last 3 to 4 minutes. Get an extra body in the box. Get some more physicality. Try something because we're chasing the game. If we don't score, we're out. I said it after the Villa game, and I was there for that. That Arsenal season is hanging on a knife edge or by a thread. And 4 days in football can change everything. We're chasing the league. We had a big game obviously coming in tonight against Bayern Munich, which, again, in a big game, we've come up short, man. And it burns, man. It really, really does. But we didn't deserve it over both legs. The opportunities were in the first leg to sort of not bury the tie, but at least come over to the Allianz with a lead, which is what I thought and what I said. We didn't do that, but there's no away goal. So you think, you know what? We've got a puncher's chance. But we didn't allow a glove on them tonight. And they weren't at full strength. And they weren't superb, but you saw the wheels slightly come off when we went 1-0 down, and we didn't really create any passages of play, giving the ball away, and it's very disappointing. We left ourselves a lot of work to do now. Like I said, the league title race is out of our hands. Are you confident Arsenal can win 5-6 games on the spin? Not really sure. We're not. We don't look like scoring. This looks like pre-Dubai. The last 2 games, particularly the 2 second half performances, have been really poor, where we haven't looked like scoring. And the teams have been better than us, whether we want to admit it or not. So tonight's been a very bruising and disappointing night. It's been a bruising and disappointing 3 or 4 days, to be honest with you, because our season has gone from being positive on both fronts to being out of the competition in the Champions League and to now being behind in the Premier League, behind Manchester City. The resolve is going to get tested. The mental capacity is going to be tested severely. We've got a tough away game against Wolves. Very tough. So people, drop a like on the video, subscribe to Albert JTV. And yeah, my final summary. Didn't do enough in the final third. And at this top level European competition, you have to do better in the final third and work the goalkeeper more. And we did not do that at any point in the second half, especially in that match at the Allianz Arena, and we're out. So people, drop a like on the video, like I said, subscribe to Albert JTV, drop your comments down below about everything, individual performances, team performances, the substitutions, Mikel Arteta, how Arsenal played, the whole shebang, people. But that's me, Albert JTV, over and out. Good night, God bless. We move to Wolves.